Hi, we're approaching Flatlands Equestrian Center for our stable management morning routine. It is 7 a.m. in the morning and we have our sophomore student riding her, Gilding. She's here early. I am primarily responsible for a horse and eventer named Charlie. And we're going to check out the facility. As I said, I am not on the defensive. Many barns, this particular one is very good with their routines, especially the morning routine. And in our lower field adjacent to the jump course, we have some horses there. I'm going to check them out just to make sure they're not on top of each other or all together in a mess. Want to make sure that they're happy out there and they've got hay and water, and I can see somebody there. And I'm actually going to approach, not from behind, no pun intended. We have the horses. Okay, here he goes. We have our horses here. I'm going to try to zoom in here on the situation. It looks like the both of them are cooperating with each other. They're moving. Whoops, and we're a little out of touch here. A little touch up, and here he is. Whoops. Okay, and the gates here. The gate is latched, chained thoroughly right there. See, our gate is locked and we have a friendly, happy, alert horse. He's just he's in good flesh also. He's in pretty good flesh or good flesh also. It's good. He's checking me out like a boyfriend. Ooh, and they're sharing their hay together. So they're not on top of each other. As I said, he's coming right over to me. His eyes look good. The ears are up. There's still hay left from last night. So we're going to throw some more hay in the feed for them. Their owners might be coming, so we may have to bring them in. But they look good, aside from the flies. Zero in on that. The eyes, the nose. I don't see, there's no indication of, as I said, any accidents here. We're gonna move on. He's eating, he's happy eating. We do have to note the flies though, and there's plenty of water in the trough. And we're gonna check the buckets for these two horses. They have been turned out. They have been out all night and they have their trough there. And the trough is full. See that? A trough that is full. And that's all, folks. Let's move on. And we have an empty paddock here. And our friend Maura. Maura out there doing her training. See, we have her. She's a great help. And we're going to move to the show barn. There are still some horses who didn't spend the night out in the barn, or they've been taken in for training. As I said, I'm primarily on the offensive. I repeat, for a horse named Charlie. And Charlie lives outside in an outside shed. And we're going to check on him. We're also going to take a look at how he spent his night. First, though, we should check the show horses, and we have a very clean, wide aisle. See, all the way down, everything everyone owns in their life is in tack trunks. The aisle's clear, it's clean. Okay, I'm gonna move back and check the stalls. Okay, here we have Mac. And he's got hay left from last night. He ate all his food, and as is complimentary, he has his manure in the same exact spot. And the bedding does not look very matted or bad. And it looks like he's drank almost about half a bucket, which is, in this case, I will say, normal for him. Okay, and we're going to move on. And this horse is the owner's horse, Ding. And Ding has left and been provided with an extra flake of hay because the owner especially loves him, and actually it's a mare, and we have the manure back at the wall. Everything looks good, and that's the reason for the extra hay. And she drinks because she works hard. She's drunk about 1 bucket, which is normal. We will be doing some filling of the water. I'm going to move on to Quest. This is more as one of the boarders, and she actually did this stall. I speak with her, and she saw that there was hay. As you can see, there is some hay here left over from the night. It's nice in the corner. Ate everything. Everything's been eaten from last night, and we have a little bit of water, not working too hard. Now we have, oops, this is Ding. I'm sorry, the owner has done some stall rearrangement. Ding actually has so much hay because the owner especially loves her. So, not that anyone has any less love for their horses, but she's especially loved by a very experienced owner and trainer called Tom. And as you can see, we're going to zoom in on that bucket, and it's, see, she had all her feed, it looks like. Yep. And let's really look at Ding. Look at Ding carefully. She's grateful. She's grateful for so much to eat, and she's eating slowly. We're going to check her body for any abrasions. We're going to check the hind legs for stocking up or anything of that nature. And we're actually going to open this up and just take a look inside the body. The eyes look clear. The nose, there's no nasal discharge. And look at her body. And I don't see any type of abrasion on her body. So, she is a sensitive mare, and she's giving me the same exact calm, thankful attitude. She's got plenty of food. Okay, let's move on. That was our horse here. She doesn't look like she's looking at her belly. No yawning. The stall looks like what it was and is normally when I come to see shows. There's no messy bedding in corners or at the wall. And there we are. There's Ding. The ears are following me. The ears are following me. I think she's had enough of being a star, though. She is a big star. Okay, here's Nellie. Nellie looks like she's having the time of her life with her hay, and she's got hay left over from the night. I did forget to check that. I did show that Ding has feed. Yes, apologize. Nellie now. Let's go back to Ding. I have to check something with Ding. Very important is the amount of her consumption. And she's dropping manure. She's relaxed. The manure is consistent with what I've seen at shows and in regular maintenance. She's drunk most of her water. She still has 3/4 of a bucket left. She has 2 5-gallon buckets of water. And that is normal for her. I apologize for going back and forth. There's some training going on at this barn, very important training for United States Equestrian Team. So I need to reorient myself to where horses are in the barn. Okay, now Nellie, we look at her body. And, oops, and, oh yes, and Ding's body looks good. And we looked at her hind legs, and they're not stocked up. Okay. Oops. And she is, I apologize, I'm trying to get the zoom right. There she is again. Who's this person bugging me? See her body? I'm just gonna take a look at the other side of her body. Oh, there we go. No abrasions. I'm just making sure because she is a hot horse and one of Tom's favorites. So she gets a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic coming into and out of the barn. Back to Nellie. Nellie has hay. Nellie is, well, I got her attention there. Look at the ears, look at the eyes, look at the nose. The nose is good. Everything looks good. Okay, look in here, and she has drank a little less than half a bucket. That's also normal for Nellie. We have Smarty, who is outside. He is owned by another client, and he has his hay in the corner in the back and more left over from last night. He drank about 1 bucket, and his feed is all gone, and the stall looks pretty nice, I would say. Somebody in comfort. Okay, we're gonna move on to our horse here. He doesn't have a name. He has hay from tonight. He's been given hay also. And let's see this guy. Has a personality, a little strong there. He's a strong horse. Eyes look nice. The nose looks nice. The body is good. He has drunk half a bucket. Not doing much work. And the stall looks good. His feet look good. I have to note that the hooves on these horses are not low heel or underrun heels. They all have had their shoes on, I will say that. And we look at this horse here. What is he saying? Saying, I'm interested in what you're doing, but I'm eating the hay that I have because I have it here and it's mine. And he has his little toy. He has a little toy here. And he's interested. He wants to know what I'm doing. Let's get him into zone. Yeah, and that he looks happy. His ears are up, nose is good, body's good. Okay. Okay, looks like he's nursing. I don't know what. Not an injury. He does need to wear the boots, the bell boots, and as I said. We covered Ding, Tom's favorite horse, with all the hay. So we're just moving along. There's hay left from last night, as you can see. And the feed bowl is empty. And this horse is still not standing, as you said, in his stall with no food. He's interested. He wants to know what this camera's doing with him. And that's good. And we're going to check those feet again. As I said, we don't have a problem with underrun, contracted, low heels. If we get and we've also checked his body. We want to check his body. Okay, and his legs. Okay, that horse is not suffering in any pain. Okay, there's food to eat in here, not as much as Ding's, whom we were personally responsible for. Exclusively almost. He's such a Ding is so talented. Okay, we've got feet there, and that's a short toe, and that is no abrasions, and busy eating. The bucket is half full, and she's got water in her 5-gallon water bucket all the way to the top. The stall looks good. I think we can move on. We've covered the shoes. We've covered the body pretty well. We're going to move on to our horse here. And this is not personally owned, but he still has some hay. He could be thrown a flake. I'm going to ask my assistant to throw this horse, this unnamed, unmarked horse, some hay. As you can see, there's still some hay left in there from the morning. So that's a good thing. The eyes look very nice. Okay, and got that, and we're going to the ears, the nose, no nasal discharge. Looks like he's standing okay in his stall. We could throw in another some more bedding very soon. It doesn't look like he's actually messed up. He has a toy in the corner in his stall. His feed bucket is empty. He ate all that was given to him last night. And oops, I scared him with the camera. That's my, as I said, this horse doesn't have a name on his chart, and I don't believe I've seen him before. And the buckets, for a horse like that, I would monitor that. Don't know him personally, Milu. This is another horse. Ooh, look at that. Friendly nose. I only scratch on the withers though. And the eye, look at those eyes. Nice and clear. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful ears. Look at those ears. Look at that nose. Look at the eyes. Okay, and he looks, the back feet, the front feet look good. And he's very interested in me, very friendly from the last time I saw him. And we're gonna look, he ate all his feed. And there is some hay left, and I think we should give him another flake. As you can see, he's got hay left from last night. Okay, and then here's Frankie. Ooh, Frankie looks right up at me. Just in the matter of a millisecond or a third of a second, our horse here, eluding Frankie, looked right up at me, and his legs look, let's see, they look good. And no abrasions. Let's see if we can look at the other side of his body. Let's see. Oops. I'm just gonna tape. See? There we go. There we go. He's still happy. He's got his ears up, and he's got plenty of hay. As you can see, plenty of hay. And if I could just check his water. Let's see what's normal for him. He's a lazy boy, hasn't done any work. It's the wind blowing, and he has had enough to drink. And let's look at his feed bucket. It's good in his stall, again, like the other horses, is almost capped, like a clean room, almost capped. Now we're outside to the turnouts. We're gonna start feeding. There's still hay left over from the night. He's got a fly mask on. He's eating. Definitely, he's not a starving rib cage. He is in good flesh, and it looks like he has eaten all his food. Yeah, and this is the case. We're looking at his body. I don't see any swelling. That's something I also checked for the show horses. He's irritated by the wind and the flies. Definitely the flies. He'll have to come in. And he has his front shoes intact. We want to really zero in on those feet. The gate is locked, latched appropriately. I'm going to move on really quick. And my first horse, Charlie, when I came here, let's check the gate. Yeah, as you can see, I'm going to show you the gate is latched correctly. And that's all, folks. And we have Charlie, who is standing at me, looking at me like I'm crazy because I have, this video camera here, and they have hay. We can afford to throw a couple more flakes in there for these horses, but they don't look like they're anywhere near distress or non-compliance. They look good. They don't look like they're being abused at all. So we'll leave that to that. And again, we're gonna walk through. I'm gonna, due to my explanations and the nature of the partnership and being a student and of a leased horse, or favorite horse called Ding, we have, as I said, the aisleways are clear. We have plenty of lead ropes. Everyone has, a lead rope and a halter on. We have the lead ropes, as you can see, in the halters and lead ropes, and everything that's necessary to keep a horse happy, even though some would consider this a complete mess. It's not. And the horses are in okay temperature, so they don't need any blankets. And actually, the preparation for competition course will get into detail on how we can help this farm with sheets for